Ollie, your take on today?
Well, I'm shocked, really, to go too behind in the fashion that we did. Is where we are, and we've got to do something about it. I thought we had a fantastic response. Sometimes as a manager you start in a way and the game doesn't go as you want it to, and you've got to make decisions. So, to take off the young boy, it was positional really that was the problem, with the weather as it was, and I needed another man up front, and he scored straight away. But I do know what I'm doing, to be honest with you. Some of the crowd didn't think I did, but it's a tough situation to be in, where there's a lack of confidence and a lack of feeling, and they are completely at you with the wind behind them. I was very pleased with the comeback, but in that second half, once we got that goal so early as we did, we didn't utilise it. We went from back to front too early to try and get that. I can understand why, but their goalie couldn't kick it. Why we weren't higher up? We're trying to shout it. I'm not sure they can hear. And in the end, our defensive frailties cost us. From a position where we should have gone on and at least drawn or won. Very, very disappointing. It's made it twice as hard as it should be, but that's life. You've got to get on with it.
You obviously spoke about there being a lot of games left to play and everything like that, but looking at where we are now, how do we immediately improve things going forwards?
By winning. Simple as that. And how are we going to win when they're as low as that? You just get your head up, you look at the bits and pieces, and then decide who's going to play and trust them to go out and be better than that start. I mean, probably haven't seen one as bad as that for a long, long time, any of my teams, and after the performance that we showed last week, I was expecting us to hit the ground running. And sometimes one choice of a pass, instead of behind them, one choice in an area where they had more than us, can hurt you. And that's it, really. We just got to get back to basics. Simple as that. That defending isn't good enough, and we got to sort that out.
Obviously, no Tomishi or Reserve today. What can you say about their absence?
Reserve needs a mini pre-season, which he's getting. He's getting topped up, and Tomishi, it was a tactical thing that I was looking at, and he'll be back in. I told him he'll be back in for the weekend, and that's the way it is, But I'm allowed to pick the team that I think is going to beat them, and unfortunately, it didn't work. We didn't do that, and but we had more than enough chances to do that, in my opinion.
Obviously, one of those changes that came in was Jackson. He came on and made his league debut. How pleasing a moment is that for him today?
It ain't that pleasing in there now when you look at his face, but it's a difficult situation. I like his energy, I like what he does, and I like where he goes, and I wanted that to come on and light us up, really. And unfortunately, it didn't. I moved him higher up the pitch where he looks better, but yeah, the subs we put on in the end didn't do what I would have liked them to have done as they have in the past. But when you're in a situation, you've been behind, you've got back in, it's absolutely vital you get the next goal. And they got one and we didn't. Honestly, we got to keep working, got to do an awful lot of things better, and really it's just basic defending.